Good morning. It is Friday, July the 16th. You're with Heidi and Colette on First Local on this fine, beautiful morning. We do have some updates that happened overnight, some weather phenomenons that occurred down south in Barrie, still in the 705 area code. So I'm sure Craig's going to touch on that, and I know you are when we, yeah, you're going to talk about that. We watched some videos on social media last night. Pretty intense stuff.
Crazy, crazy.
Yeah. So today, step 3.
It's just you and me.
Thank you. It's just you and me. It has officially began. You can go out as you please to half capacity, and Heidi's going to have all the breakdowns from that as well.
Yes.
And the border could be opening up within 1 month. That's right, TJ Maxx and Applebee's. Here comes Heidi and Colette.
That's right.
Before we get into that, why don't we throw over to Craigers and find out what happened last night in Barrie and what's going on for this weekend.
Yeah, that was pretty wild weather in Barrie, and strangely enough, that whole front was the same front that came through here Wednesday night. We lost the energy here because of Lake Superior. It kind of pulls out the energy out of the cloud. But as that front made its way into the warmer waters of, say, Lake Huron and into the land down southern Ontario, it picked up a lot of energy, and boom, hit Barrie with a very bad tornado. And I'm sure we'll be seeing some footage of that later on in today's show. We will now go to our outside shot, courtesy Wireless Com, and it's a beautiful day here in the Soo. We have blue skies today, very warm temperatures, a great day for day 2 of Rotary Fest and Rib Fest. And the weekend is looking the same as well. It's going to be a very pleasant weekend. We'll take a look at the radar. We'll show you where I was talking about that front. You can see that whole line of cloud just pushing towards the east. That's that same front that produced that tornado and also produced some heavy showers here in the Soo. That is all now exiting off towards the eastern seaboard. But man, you could this goes to show you just how quickly weather can change, regardless what the forecast is saying. So just keep that in mind when you are listening to the forecast. For this morning, temperatures right now about 14 degrees, sunny skies. We're going to see some clouds fill in later on this afternoon, but temperatures on their way up to around 27 to 29 degrees today. And your evening looks perfect for day 2 of Rotary Fest, so get out and enjoy it. And we will talk about the 3-day forecast coming up because it looks perfect this weekend, just like last weekend, and into next week as well. We'll touch on that coming up in just a few minutes. Right now, let's send it back to Heidi and Colette.
Thank you, Craig. We loved your boom. Boom, boom goes the dynamite. All right, so thank you very much for that update. Again, yeah, craziness in Barrie for sure. You want to talk a little bit about it?
Well,
I know you want to talk about
the first time a tornado has touched down in Barrie in over 30 years. Okay, so the police did issue, like their corporate communications did issue a statement.
Yeah.
So it touched down just after 2:30. There was like a very violent weather system. It came in across the south end. Into the southeast portion of the city, and that is actually an area that borders onto the town of Innisfil. So as we can see, you know, and my sister did send me some footage as well, substantial damage, okay, has been seen, was observed by first responders who had, you know, merged into the area.
Yeah.
The police service responded with a significant police presence. So yeah, it's lots and lots of damage and terrifying, really.
Absolutely, yeah, for sure. Well, thank God Mrs. Moore is not there and safely in Sault Ste. Marie. Jacob's mom. Yeah.
Right.
I was thinking about her last night when it first came in. So craziness. Well, thank you.
I didn't realize that was that she. Why didn't I know they lived in Barrie?
Yeah. Yeah. So yeah,
like, look at this.
A lot of damage done. So
yeah,
my heart goes out to the families today.
100%. Oh my gosh.
Okay, well let's trottle on over. Trottle? Let's trottle, shall we?
Trottle.
So weird. Why would I say that word?
I don't know.
Let's go to the border for a second, will you?
Okay.
Because Heidi and I need to get to TJ Maxx in a hurry, in a stat matter. So yesterday, the U.S. borders, Trudeau did announce that the U.S. borders could open to fully vaccinated Americans in August. Right now, I know we were looking into what the discrepancies or the parameters in place were around those who can travel across the border right now if you do have a family member, but how close that family member is to you. Like, I'm not sure if my third cousin's boyfriend's sister's dog needs, I'm not sure that there's some type of parameters. So Canada could open its border to fully vaccinated Americans for non-essential travel in August. As of mid-August, the news comes after Prime Minister Justin Trudeau called with premiers on Thursday night with regards to opening the borders. So we're going to follow up on this and have it in the newscast, and some more little stuff that happened out western Canada with regards to Tusaquilin First Nation and releasing that report yesterday. And the Premier of Alberta, the new Minister of Indigenous Affairs, met Wab Kinew, who I will talk to you about, and it was quite the meeting. What else do we have to talk about today? Ontario Step 3, as you said.
Step 3, yeah. I've got the breakdown.
An update on Pentagon Boulevard investigation with regards to this happened a few weeks ago. So why don't we bust into some news, update our fine viewers today on what's going on in the Sault.
Okay, so as of 12:01 this morning, we entered Step 3. So, and what does that mean? Well, we've got indoor dining that can resume, gyms, movie theaters. I did get an email from Galaxy Cinemas Sault Ste. Marie welcoming me back. No capacity or table limits for indoor dining, but social distancing rules will remain in place and masks will remain mandatory. It's always interesting, the masks, right? You can take them off when you get to the table, but if you have to, cruise around, go use the washroom, walking to and from, you still do need to wear your mask. Okay, so outdoor gatherings and organized public events with up to 100 people are permitted, as well as indoor social gatherings and organized public events with up to 25 people. So again, gyms, movie theaters, museums, zoos, allowed to operate at a 50% capacity. Outdoor non-seated events of up to 5,000 people are also allowed. Outdoor seated events will have a capacity of 15,000 people. What does that mean?
Concerts.
Yes, because I did also receive an email from Blue Rodeo. They were very happy to let me know.
Oh, and how's Blue Rodeo doing?
Oh, well.
I didn't know you were that close with them. That's nice.
I'm particularly close to Jim Cuddy, but yes, they will be going to, I don't think it's called the Molson Amphitheater anymore, but that fabulous venue that they would always play in the summer in Toronto.
Oh, at the X.
No.
Oh, Barrie.
Down by the waterfront.
That's the exhibition.
Okay, but it's not the exhibition. But anyway, Molson Amphitheater is what it was once known as. Anyway, they're playing August 28th, and I am very excited, and will do what I can to get there. So, I am excited. Indoor events can happen at 50% capacity with a limit of 1,000 people. Nightclubs can operate at a capacity
we all know you like that nightclub
of 200. Oh yeah, I'm such an animal. 250 people or 25%. No more restrictions on retail or personal care as long as social distancing is in place. Kieran Moore, our Chief Medical Officer of Health, says some restrictions like face coverings will remain mandatory. Okay.
All right.
We do have this posted to our website, so you can also go and look.
Okay.
But
awesome.
I don't know why they feel the need to constantly restate. Like, I've just said all of this, and then they put it into bulleted points as well.
Can you guys straighten that up so Heidi doesn't have to do that again, please? Well, let's put it this way. Many things are open today, and we drove by the west side of the Rotary Fest entrance, because Heidi did note that it was the west side, and it is set up ready to go, so we're looking forward to that. When we come back, we're going to talk about the update to the Pentagon Boulevard investigation, and we have a super special birthday today to talk about. Don't go anywhere, we'll be right back.
First Local, supported by United Way. Help make your community a better place. Show your local love and donate today.
Always stay humble and kind. Don't expect a free ride from no one. Don't hold a grudge or a chip, and here's why. Bitterness keeps you from flying. Always and kind. Yeah.
First Local, supported by the Canadian Bush Plain Heritage Centre, where adventure takes off.
Good morning and welcome back to First Local Mornings. It's Friday.
Yes, it's Friday.
Day 1 of step 3. So, we've got 21 days to make sure this works. May the odds be ever in our favor. So, you know what? After you left yesterday, Dan and I were having actually kind of an interesting debate.
Not with Dan.
With Dan, for sure, for sure. What are you saying, that it wasn't a debate or it wasn't interesting? I'm here to say it was both.
I'm saying if it was anxiety, Dan didn't have a chance and it wasn't a debate.
Well, yes, but remember, I was
just
yes.
kidding,
Anyway,
I'm
okay.
bugging. It's Friday. I'm excited.
You are allowed. We are entering the weekend.
Okay, what was your debate?
So, okay. So, we're talking about the relocation of the bus terminal, right?
Yes.
So that's there.
Yeah.
But now that it is going to be moving to Huron Street, he did ask a question of, in his conversation with the mayor, he did ask the question with regards to what defines the boundaries of the downtown area, because, some of the dialogue around the relocation of the bus had to do with keeping it downtown. And some individuals, some business owners, some citizens have, voiced an opinion that Huron Street cannot be considered downtown. Now, according to Mayor Provenzano, he did say Huron Street would be the boundary of downtown by the city's definition. He is cautioning everyone, we can't confuse the downtown with the business improvement area, the BIA, that sometimes those two can get confused. So the downtown business improvement area is also known as the, according to the Downtown Association, the boundaries are different at any rate, having to do with where the business are located on Queen Street.
I think that makes sense.
But what's interesting, and this is where Dan and I were kind of, because Dan dug up these schematics, these maps, and he was saying that where the new location is technically falls outside of the boundary anyway, because it's on the west side.
Okay, well, bring it to the west side.
Did you see how knowledgeably I said it was on the west side?
Yeah, I'm proud of you, sister. Well, either way, I don't think there's much of an opportunity or room for debate here. I mean, considering City Council, they had already approved it, so.
No.
But thank you for mapping it. No, thank you for mapping it out. Okay, so let's slide on over to Pentagon, where on July the 3rd, there was an arrest made, or there was a crime that took place with regards to a man breaking into the 0 to 100 block of Pentagon Boulevard over in that pea patch. Upon arrival, officers found the male victim suffering from serious head injuries. At that time, we did report that someone had taken a baseball bat to this individual's head face. He was seriously hurt, sent to SAH. Well, on July the 14th, officers with Patrol Services arrested 32-year-old Jordan Bumbako on outstanding warrants. The investigation determined the victim was struck in the head with a baseball bat. As a result, the accused was identified and a warrant was issued for his release. Now, when they were out and about on the 14th, officers attended a residence in 0 to 100 block of Chapel Avenue, on an unrelated matter, and therefore found, to their luck, found Jordan Bumbako. So he is charged with aggravated assault with a weapon, possession of a weapon. He's being held for bail court.
Holy. Okay, wow. So in addition to that then, there was actually a rollover, a motor vehicle. So this happened yesterday near Batchewana. So the store called the Canadian Carver, big, huge wooden sort of retail opportunity out there near Batchewana. There was a vehicle that actually rolled over, and I'm not sure how you do that because it's pretty much straight there, but at any rate, we don't have a lot of information, just that a vehicle did roll. No update on, no information available as yet as to any injuries or how it happened. According to witnesses, the police were there, but the road didn't actually end up getting closed. So as we get more information on this, of course, we're going to bring it to you. Back to you, lady.
Thank you. On July the 14th, another man was arrested on an outstanding warrant. At around 2:20, officers observed the accused driving the area of Cathcart and Carmen's Way. Officers knew the accused to be wanted and executed a traffic stop. They were correct in doing so because they did find out that he was wanted and failing to appear in court. And while they pulled him over and said, "Hey, where were you for court that date? You didn't show up. Now you're in trouble." They also found some fentanyl, some crack, some heroin, and some paraphernalia related to drugs. So the estimated street value of the narcotics seized was $2,900. He's charged with 3 counts of possession of a controlled substance, 2 counts of breach of recognizance, and he is being held for court.
Okay.
Over to you.
So just updating everybody with regards as we move into step 3, and we're planning for schools to be back in session in September in class, in person. The plan to reopen schools in Ontario for in-person learning is based on the expectation that the majority of the students and staff will be fully vaccinated against COVID-19 by September. However, it's interesting, I thought, to note that the province, the unions, the school boards representing teachers and education workers are indicating that they don't know what the vaccination rate is among staff because they're not tracking the data. So the Ministry of Education is expected to release soon its guidelines for the resumption of classes in September, which we will, of course, bring to you as soon as it becomes available. But experts are saying plans based on immunization rates will be hard to develop without a full picture of the vaccination coverage in the school amongst the students and teachers. So, yeah. Right. So there we go.
Well, a really sad story to Kawartha Lakes, which is down, as you know, near Lindsay and Peterborough area. A woman who is a 65-year-old Shirley Hatley, I just want to get her name right, of Sault Ste. Marie, was found dead the other day.
Yes.
And a man has been charged from Bruce Mines in her murder. That is Norman May, who is 56 years of age. Members of the City of the Kawartha Lakes Detachment of the OPP have arrested an individual in connection with what is now determined to be a homicide in the area of Fenelon Falls. On the morning of July the 11th, officers responded to a call for assistance after a body was recovered from Sturgeon Lake. A post-mortem exam was conducted at the Center for Forensic Sciences. And again, the deceased has been recognized as Shirley Hatley, 65 of the Sioux. And up for that murder is 56-year-old Norman May from Bruce Mines. One more minute. Why don't you get us another one in there?
Okay. On July 14th, officers with Patrol Services did charge 29-year-old Christopher Robinson with break and enter. So around 3:30 a.m., officers responded to a call of someone inside a business in the 500 block of Northern Avenue. So upon arrival, officers located the accused inside the business. He was arrested. Subsequent search did determine the individual to be in possession of break-in tools. Charged he is with break and enter, possession of break-in tools. So released on an undertaking, scheduled to appear in court on August 30th, 2021.
All right, well, apparently there was a load of something on the road on Second Line West because someone received a call here from the newsroom on Wednesday night at approximately 7:30 p.m. A reader reached out to Sue Online to express their concern over what appeared to be part of a load last off the back of a Board of Works truck on Second Line West. After extensive investigation, the materials and situation are now clear. So we just wanted to update you on that. It seems as though a spill or a diesel fuel spill was reported to the city early. The spill ran the length of Second Line West. So hey now, thank you for updating us. And hey, when you see stuff happening in a Sioux, send an email, send a text in. You know how to get a hold of us and we will look into it. Now don't go anywhere. When we come right back, we're going to talk about a salsa extravaganza that's coming in September. We're going to talk about Ontario investing in Science North. And what else do we got? OPP sees nearly 100 kilos of cocaine. Remember that big drug bust? We got more about that. And Bruiser, happy birthday. We've got some pictures of our leader, Bruce, when we come right back for his birthday.
First Local, supported by Rick Mooney, sales representative for Street City Realty. Sold, the sign you want, Rick, the realtor you need.
This is a moment that can change everything. Safe vaccines can get us back to doing the things we love.
It all happened fast, but scientists have been working on this technology for 20 years.
I'm a nurse, and I got my first shot in December. Even my colleagues who are pregnant and breastfeeding did, and that shot means they've protected their infants too.
Imagine when we're all vaccinated. We can go to restaurants, movies, and concerts with our family and friends.
Together, we can get there. So roll up your sleeve.
This is your shot.
First Local, supported by Maker North, 3D printing, laser cutting, 3D design, education, prototyping, and more. Maker North, whatever it takes.
Good morning. Welcome back. Friday, July 16th. Hey, I'm going to tell you something. It is Bruce's birthday.
It is,
Bruce
absolutely.
is the leader here, and he's a very engaging, intelligent, and overall snazzy guy. Look at this guy.
There's Bruiser.
Look at this guy. This guy.
This is how he dresses on the daily, ladies and
I know,
gentlemen. This
right?
is not a special picture. This is something we just took on a Wednesday afternoon.
You never know what he's going to come in wearing.
yeah,
Remember when he came in
for
with
sure.
sequins that day? That was
That's right.
craziness.
And this is
Aw,
Trina
there he is with his
and Bruiser, the
beautiful
lady.
wife,
Yes.
Trina, also an
That's a
integral
beautiful
part of
picture
our
of them.
operation. That is a gorgeous shot.
Yeah.
So happy birthday, Bruce.
Yeah.
And we have some other shout outs that we will attend to when we get to social media. I'm going to follow up that salute with a factoid. Yeah, we're just crazy today.
We're
all
like,
over the place.
all over the map because we can. Because we're inspired by Bruce's mask and sequences
right.
that he wears
That's
every day.
right.
All day, every day. All day, every day. Bruiser.
July 16th, 1969.
Oh.
Apollo 11 is launched, landing on the moon 4 days later. So Neil Armstrong then became the first person to step on the lunar surface. I mean, if you
Sorry.
believe that.
You brought up a factoid I can't stand behind.
Okay, well, I'm gonna
Coming back to that.
okay, so 6 hours after landing on July 21st, with Buzz Aldrin following him shortly thereafter, Aldrin would later joke that Armstrong was the first man to walk on the moon. He was the first man.
What?
He
Tell
was
me.
the first man to piss his pants on the moon.
I like
They
that.
also left behind a laser reflector, which was used to prove the moon was 131.2 feet farther away than previously believed.
Yeah. Well, I feel like he just left it in the studio when he was recording the infamous I didn't walk on the moon. But we'll just leave it at that.
Okay.
I don't believe it. I don't believe it.
Okay. You don't
don't.
believe what?
That he was on the moon.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Well, you're not alone in that. There are a lot of people who don't believe
I know.
it. So.
And I'm right. I think I'm right.
Oh,
What do you
okay.
think?
Well, I think that what I think is irrelevant. A factoid. A factoid.
Okay. Never mind then. All right, we're going to go over to Craig and find out what the weather's like. Are we going to be able to walk on the moon later, Craig? What's going on?
Hey, good morning once again. We're going to take a look at the radar and show you what our day is looking like. And you can see we really don't have a lot to worry about. We have a lot of clearing here because of high pressure in the area. This is the line that hit Barrie yesterday. This is still a very active cold front, still moving through. That's the same cold front that moved through here Wednesday night. Of course, we lost the energy when it pushed through here, but then it regained energy and hit Barrie. So there it is right there. It's still working its way through. Meanwhile, we have high pressure here, and we're going to stay with high pressure for at least 3 or 4 days. We'll take a look at the temperatures for today. 26 to 27 degrees here in the Sault, 26 in Wawa, 29 in Timmins, and 27 in Sudbury. And it's going to feel like 29, 30 degrees here just because of the little bit of humidity we do have left. Here's the system map for today, and here's that active cold front and boundary still making its way through. We are watching this. This is another heat dome being created out west. Over the next couple of weeks, some of this air is going to start coming our way, giving us a very hot and steamy end of July into August, and that is just like what the long-range forecast was predicting 6 months ago. So it's all kind of coming together. We'll have to watch for sure to see what happens, but we still also have some boundaries to worry about that could give us some rain midweek next week. We're watching that. But right now, for the 3 days, we're staying with sunny skies mostly, just a few passing clouds. Temperatures 26 to 27, 28 to 29 for Saturday under mainly clear conditions. And again, same story for Sunday. Temperatures 29, 30 degrees for Sunday. And we're going to continue those warm temperatures into next week. And we're also going to watch a couple of systems try to work their way in next week. So we'll definitely watch that. That is your weather right now. Let's send it back to Heidi and Colette. I'll be back at the end with an update.
Thank you, Craigers. Hot and steamy, he says, eh? Nice, hot and steamy, just like Dr. McSteamy. I've been watching the new season of Grey's Anatomy, so so good. Derek makes a special appearance in this one. Okay, so a local motorist started a petition for change on a busy highway.
Yes.
Tammy Landry had started a petition asking for there to be a turning lane installed at the Timberland Variety Store in Gully River. This is a location where just past weekend 3 motorcyclists were seriously injured when they were involved in a collision at this location. She goes on to say in the article that whenever she hears any type of police activity, sirens, or hears about an accident, she's fearful that it's someone she loves at this corner. She also rides motorcycles as well, but she tells many of her family and friends have had close calls there, and being a motorcycle rider herself, as I said, this adds even more fear. So she's come up with this petition to put a turning lane in, and she has already received 1,000 signatures in the first 6 hours. She's planning on sending this out to MPP Michael Manthra and as well as Ross Romano. So we will hear more about that, but thank you very much, Tammy Landry, for doing that, and we will follow up on the story. What else do you got over there?
Well, there is going to be a salsa extravaganza later on in the summer, so before we officially flip to fall. Saturday, September the 11th from 1 until 3 p.m. The invitation is going out for everybody to come down to the Roberta Bondar Pavilion for a salsa extravaganza, which is going to be... What's that?
I'm down, baby.
Totally. The Northern Ontario Latin Hispanic Association. Also the acronym NOLA.
NOLA.
Ricola. NOLA. Okay. And NOLA's mission is to enhance cultural awareness and enrich our community, providing experiences to further the understanding of the Hispanic culture.
That's amazing. Have you ever salsa'd? So much fun. I used to go in Toronto a lot.
Really?
Yes.
I
every
could
week
see
on a
you
Tuesday.
shaking it up.
Oh yeah, I loved it. Anyway, so let's salsa together, baby. Now, are they serving salsa too? Because salsa with
I don't
chips
know.
is just
Well, that would be tasty. Yes.
Right.
I like salsa.
We love our salsa. When we come back, we're going to talk about the OPP seizing nearly 100 kilos of cocaine, 400,000, and a significant drug bust again.
Wow.
So they have been on point lately. What I really want to talk about is that report that was released from Western Canada, as well as that new Minister of Indigenous Affairs who met Wap Kinew, who is the leader of NDP, and had a little bit something to say about residential schools and what he assumed they thought they were back in the day. So I want to share a clip with you about that. We'll be right back after this commercial break. Don't go anywhere. It is Friday, and you're with Heidi and Colette. Where are you going to go?
Where are you
Stay
going?
here. Hang with us. We'll be right back.
First Local, supported by Gary Chervinsky, Exit Realty, Lake Superior. Buying a home is a big decision, so is choosing the right agent. Call Gary Chervinsky, broker at Exit Realty, Lake Superior, 705-257-5432.
COVID-19 is a serious health threat. When you touch things like gas pumps, door handles, or someone else's cell phone, you can spread the virus, even if you don't have symptoms. Don't put lives at risk. Wash your hands. Stay 2 meters apart. That's a distance of 2 arms lengths. And if you're sick, stay home to save lives. A message from the Government of Canada.
Good morning. Welcome
morning.
back. Friday, July 16th. You're here with Colette and Heidi, First Local Mornings. For those of you who are popping in late, we'll just give you a couple of notions of some of the stories that we've already talked about. Of course, yesterday afternoon, after some very severe weather, a tornado did touch down in Barrie. First tornado to touch down in Barrie in more than 30 years. Creating havoc, of course, and some significant damage to the community. So that, and of course today at 12:01 we did enter step 3 of the province's plan to reopen. Indoor dining can resume, concerts can resume. There are so many things now. Still some restrictions, masks, social distancing in some situations are still kind of they're still kind of being enforced.
Like
it's like it's kind of important. Like they're saying mandatory, so it seems kind of important.
I guess so. The definition
Kind of
mandatory
important.
means kind of.
Okay.
Also, Heidi can start going to our nightclubs again. Don't buy this face.
Do we have a nightclub in
She's a
Sault Ste.
closet
Marie?
clubber. I don't know.
Yeah.
Imagine going to a club. I wouldn't even know what to do. I'd be like, okay, can onesies be worn to the club? Because I gotta throw that onesie on after 7 p.m.
I don't know. Like,
what I'm
10
saying?
o'clock, I'm usually asleep, so I don't know.
Yeah.
Like,
You know what else happened yesterday?
what?
Trudeau talked about the borders opening in mid-August, so our date is on for Applebee's as TJ Maxx. We just need to get them their passports, and you will need to have your vaccination. So make sure when you go get vaccinated, you grab that piece of paper that says, hey, this is the type of vaccination you received, this is when you received it, because you're going to need that when you cross over.
Yes.
Social media. Social media time. Why not? Let's go. We're getting all types of crazy today. Happy birthday, Bruiser.
Yeah,
Heidi
happy
kissed your
birthday,
butt
Bruce.
big time earlier. You missed
did
it.
not.
Yes, you did. You got a little brown right here.
Oh, come on.
All right. What
It
else?
is also my aunt's birthday.
Oh, happy
my
birthday,
Aunt
Auntie.
Deb. Aunt Deb's birthday today, so we need some canned laughter on that one.
Oh man, are my eyes bad
okay,
or
well
what?
then just go to the next one.
Okay, well, happy birthday, Auntie
There
Deb.
she is.
Looking all
Aunt
sorts
Deb.
of freaking cool,
Yeah,
eh?
very cool, very cool. So it is my Aunt Deb's birthday, so you can all join me in saying happy birthday, Aunt Deb.
To you.
So yeah, so I'm sure that I will see you at some point today to give you a hug and a kiss.
Nice. That's nice.
And so we will do that.
Too bad
later.
you share it with Bruce. Ha! Just kidding, Bruce there. Heidi will kiss up for you later.
Yeah, my phone is locked. So
Why?
I don't know.
What'd you do? Did you forget your password?
I think when we're in here, sometimes it jams the feed.
Jam.
That's my technical lingo for when I can't.
That's really good. It's like watershed for you.
And I can't tell where I don't know.
Do I look like Little House on the Prairie with this outfit?
I don't think so.
feel like I do.
I think
with
it's
my
really-
with
it's a
my
nice-
French braid and my lower angles look today. I really do feel that way. Okay, do you want me to read a story?
No,
we're good.
Yeah,
we're good. We're good. Of course we're good.
I was looking at your outfit. I think it's really pretty. It's that whole
I think-
boho sort of bohemian chic. Yeah, bohemian chic, fabulous. So, okay, Margaret McKeag beats everybody this morning. She's the first in to say good morning all. Good morning to you, Margaret. I hope you have a fantastic weekend. Maybe eat some ribs at Rib Fest. I don't know.
Sticky fingers.
Yeah. Jim Whitty says it's Friday. Wow, it seems like only a week ago that it was Friday. Yes.
There's that dad joke, Jim.
Yes.
And Kevin, get ready.
Oh, here's a new name. Chantal Moyer.
Hello, Chantal Moyer.
Do you know?
Moira Rose? No, I don't.
Oh, okay.
I like the name.
Well, welcome and thank you for watching. Good morning to you. She says good morning, everyone, with the little
Chantal.
smileys. So,
Nice French
yeah, nice. Giselle Tchaikovsky says good Friday morning to yourself as well.
Michael, who the hell is that? I don't hide from Giselle.
I love you. I'm sorry.
Yeah,
I'm really
exactly.
sorry.
Giselle, it's Friday for us. We're happy, which also means it's Friday for you. You got 2 days at home with Mike.
There you go. Evelyn McColeman says good morning. Good morning, Evelyn
Love that name,
McColeman.
Evelyn.
Yeah.
I do. I like it.
Yeah, it was my
Wow.
grandmother's name,
Is
actually.
it?
Yeah.
Eve.
Yeah. And actually, my Aunt Deb's daughter, Liz,
Full circle.
she has 3 beautiful children. She has Ava, and then
Oh, I
she
love
had
that.
twins, Nico and Evelyn.
Beautiful.
There you go. So Evelyn is a name that lives on. And certainly we say good morning to you and have a good weekend, Evelyn McColeman.
Yep.
Enica, good morning, everyone. Have a great Friday. So she's waving a hand. She's got a cup of coffee, cookies, and 3 raining clouds. It must be raining where she is in the Netherlands.
That's too bad.
Jim Whitty, I burned my Hawaiian pizza today in the oven. I should have cooked it at aloha temperature.
Aloha. Aloha. Yes, you do get the canned applause. Yes, you do. Very good, very good, very good.
Oh, no.
What?
Tony Mancuso is issuing me a challenge.
Uh-oh. Okay, what's he doing?
Great morning. He's given me 3 suns coming up between the 2 great huge tracts of land. I'm not going to say it 3 times. It's Friday. But I appreciate what you were trying to do there. So not gonna do it. No.
It's not
Wonderful start to the
Tony.
weekend. Be safe and enjoy yourself.
Yeah.
You too, Tony. Have a great weekend. Debbie Doucette, great morning, everyone, with a little celebration emoji. Daughter Joss turns the big 35 today.
Oh, happy birthday.
Happy
Joss.
birthday, Joss.
How do you spell that?
Well, I'm hoping I'm saying that right
Oh.
because she just put J-O-C, but I mean, that can't.
Jocelyn. Maybe? Jocelyn? Joss?
Well, yeah,
matter.
that's
I
why I
like
said
that.
Joss.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm just saying what's going on in my ear.
Oh, I'm still trying to ignore that.
I'm not disputing the fact that it's Joss. Okay.
Okay, and she
ignored
sends
you,
her
Kevin.
heart out to all the people in Barrie who were affected by the
That's
tornado.
nice of
So
you.
yeah. So happy birthday, Jocelyn, 35 years old, from your mummy,
That's nice.
Debbie Doucette. It is, yeah.
Very nice.
Oh, there's Bradley. Good morning, everyone. Happy
Bradley.
Friday with the peace sign and 3 exclamation points. Jim Whitty, good morning, Brad, my fellow former gas jockey. Bradley, good morning, Jim. Bradley, with so many sporting events being canceled, they're televising the World Origami Championship. It's on pay-per-view.
Oh, but yeah, definitely gets the can applause for that
Oh.
one. The main cheese award goes to.
Da-da-da.
What are you saying? Oh, for what?
Chris Bridges.
Okay, Chris, what do you got for us today, buddy?
Good morning, everyone. Fun fact for Friday. Actor Bill Murray uses an 800 number instead of an agent or a manager.
Really?
Yeah.
Have you seen Kingpin?
I have seen Kingpin.
Like, we watched that the other night.
That's a funny film.
It is a very
That's
funny
with Woody Harrelson, right?
It is.
Yeah.
It is so good. But Bill Murray is hilarious in it.
You'll take note of the email across the bottom of the screen on TV.
I'm on to Hoppa First.
Firstlocal@gmail.com. So feel free to send us information, pictures, anything that you find interesting and would like to share with us so that we can share it with our community who watches.
Okay.
And then Jim rounds it out with Heidi uses a fax machine. So, haha.
But
bumps.
Well, hopefully we're going to convince Kevin to run in here when we come back and give us one of his.
Yes, we haven't had a dad
joke. I know,
joke
and I
in
love
so
Kevin's
long.
dad jokes, and he does have a plethora of those up his sleeve.
He does.
Okay, we'll be right back. What are we going to talk about when we come back? You might want to know that students start business under the summer company program, and we still haven't got to the moose poaching, which we should probably do that because you have a very good article on that.
Yeah.
So don't go anywhere. We'll be right back.
Okay.
First Local, supported by James Seaton, Mortgage Specialist. Your new home doesn't come with mortgage advice. I do. Call James Seaton Mortgage Specialist, RBC 705-975-1519.
We are at war with a virus, and healthcare troops and first responders are on the front line fighting it every day. Let's join the fight by staying home. Staying home is not a retreat. It's the most brave and aggressive weapon we have against this enemy. Because when we do stay at home, we help prevent overwhelming our hospitals while buying time for our scientists to find the vaccine. And that is how we beat it.
Don't click it, Mike. It's a scam.
Oh, hi, Voice of Reason. It looks legit.
Don't click. Listen to your voice of reason before you act.
I deleted it.
Canada.ca/BeastCampSmart can help.
Welcome back. It's Friday, July 16th.
Yes.
The Rotary Fest is on. The ribs are slow cooking. Heidi found directions there. You will see her this weekend in her orange with her flashing lights directing you in.
That's right.
I caution you. She's telling you to come this way.
Go the other
way. Just joking. Just joshing. As the cool kids say.
I don't. I've never been good with the north, south, east, west.
Well, define good. Okay, so there's 2 new ministers were sworn in on Thursday in Alberta.
Okay.
One of them was an Indigenous Relations Minister. I want to back a little bit. I had the distinct pleasure to hear Wab Kinew speak at a conference once upon a time. I don't know. Do we have that video, Mike, that maybe we can start off? Because I feel like instead of me sitting here like a talking head, I would like to just play the audio.
From my knowledge of it, the residential school system was designed to take Indigenous children and give them the skills and abilities they would need to fit into society as it moved forward. So
I think that was the policy.
Okay, so here we have the new Minister of Indigenous Affairs. There was a cabinet shuffle last week. This is Wab Kinew coming in on the right. Wab is the NDP leader whose father was also a survivor of the residential school system where many First Nations, Métis, and Inuit children were subjected to physical and sexual abuse, as we already know. He is confronting Alan Lagamodiere, who is this minister, moments as to when he took the title of Minister of Indigenous Affairs. And Wab is saying, you know what, why are you even justifying the fact of what they were trying to do when in fact it was completely wrong? And you know what, I just encourage, I forgot that Wab, it's W-A-B, Wab Kinew, K-I-N-E-W. He is an awesome speaker. Like I said, he came and he's so experienced in urban infrastructure as well, urban and rural infrastructure and what to do in northern and remote communities. He's just an awesome guy. So just was excited to see him step up and say that, and you know, not talk about something that you weren't a part of, to say what these people thought they were and why are you justifying what the residential schools were when exactly where we are today. Now, in saying that, after we rip out some news stories, I do want to talk about that report that was released yesterday from Tuesday Columns to Sequela. But over to you, my friend.
All right. Well, I've been trying for. Well, you know what? We'll do some COVID numbers, right?
Yes.
We've missed
What's
those
that
for a
thing?
couple
I know,
of days.
we haven't done it.
Check a little COVID number vacation. So yeah, yesterday, Thursday, Ontario did report 143 new COVID-19 cases and an additional 10 deaths. 7th straight day in a row that the province reported fewer than 200 new infections, bringing the test positivity rate to 0.5%, down from 0.8% 1 week ago. Lowest positivity rate the province has reported since August 23rd. Wow, awesome. There were over 31,329 tests completed in the 24-hour period leading up to the release of this report yesterday. In southern Ontario, 25 new cases in the region of Waterloo, 25 in Grey Bruce, and a mere 20 in Toronto. 168 I know, right? I know. 168 resolved cases, dropping the active case count. Okay, so yeah, we're rolling right along.
We certainly rolling. Okay, let's talk a little bit about the Canadian. I just said that. It's like I get it out. The Canadian, slow down, call it, enunciate. The Canadian government rejected the virus shots in the U.S. border tunnel. This is regards to Detroit. Yes, I say Detroit. You're going to have to get through that for this article. I cannot say it. Detroit. I just feel like it's Detroit. And Windsor. The Canadian government has rejected a creative plan to have Ontario residents line up inside a U.S. border tunnel to tap into a surplus of COVID-19 vaccines held by Michigan, said the mayor. skipping down in the article, just to let you know that they being the American government, have several vaccines left over, and they do expire by early August. So this was trying to combat losing out on these vaccines and their expiry date, because yes, people, expiry dates do matter, like size. So white stripe was painted down the Detroit-Windsor Tunnel in the Detroit River. Windsor Mayor Drew Dilkins proposed, not making faces, I'm a professional here, proposed that Canadians would stand along the border while healthcare workers jab them. But motor vehicle travel between the countries is prohibited during the pandemic, as we know, for essential workers. But they were worried about more than 500 vaccines do expire, but they were worried about where they were standing in line and if they were crossing into Canada or the US, and so they canceled the whole thing. So yeah, I guess that makes the article moot. We got 3 minutes. Moot.
Well, I'm going to trot out another factoid.
All right.
Give me another chance.
Trot. Did you say trot?
I did. I'm going to trot it out.
Okay. If it has anything to do with the Americans walking on the moon, I'm done. But
No. All right. I'm going back to music.
Yes.
All right. Okay. Yes. White Stripes.
I love the White Stripes.
Good.
Yeah.
Good. We're on then. July 16th, 2007, the White Stripes played their shortest live show ever at George Street, St. John's, Newfoundland, Canada. Jack White played a single C-sharp note accompanied by a bass drum crash cymbal hit from Meg. At the end of the show, Jack announced, "We have now officially played in every province and territory in Canada."
Amazing.
They then left the stage, but then performed a full show later on that night.
That's hilarious.
Yeah.
Have you ever been to Newfoundland?
I was on the edge.
Okay, you gotta go. I went with my friend Raina for work at my last job. She's from Newfoundland, so I had the impossible, I never will have that experience again. We went to George Street. If you haven't been to Newfoundland, get your butts there. It is an awesome place to visit. The people are amazing and the views are beautiful.
Wow.
I cannot tell you enough how much fun we had in Newfoundland with a Newfoundlander. It was great. And it's Newfoundland, not Newfoundland, okay? All right, so when we come back, we're gonna talk about the stories that we've been talking about that we haven't got to yet. And I don't know, what else do we have?
A few more people on social media.
Okay, well, we'll be right back after this commercial break. Don't go anywhere. Happy Friday. Hope you're enjoying it thus far.
First Local, supported by Need window coverings? Locally owned and operated, NAC completes window coverings from start to finish. Call or message us today to schedule your free quote and experience what NAC can do for you.
First Local, supported by Nogda Windeman Family and Community Services. Be an alternative care parent. A child needs you.
You almost caught me talking, but now I'm just going to talk and say welcome back to First Local Mornings with Colette and Heidi. Very excited that we've hit the weekend, so here we are, rounding out our time with you, and then you will be free of us for 2 days.
Wow.
And then we'll be back on Monday.
That's so unfortunate.
I know. I know.
All right, well, we want to talk, you want to go to Craig first?
Yeah, let's go to Craig.
All right.
And here I am. And I'll give you an update for today. It looks like a beautiful day today. We are going to see temperatures around 27, 29. We're going to see just light winds, this light southerly winds actually. And no rain in our forecast for the next 3 or 4 days. So we'll take a look at the 12-hour forecast. And as I say, we're going to see some passing clouds later on this afternoon. Nothing to worry about. No rain in those clouds. And just another beautiful evening for Rotary Fest, and also The same for tomorrow as well. Just a beautiful day, 29, 30 degrees. Can't complain. That's your weather update for now. I'll be back at 5 o'clock and we'll touch on the 7-day forecast, which is looking pretty hot.
Thank you, Craig. I realized it sounded very lackluster when we were like, oh, you want to go to Craig? Sure, I want to go to Craig. That was not. Thank you very much, Craig. So glad you're back again, I might add. And Heidi, did you want to kiss our boss's butt anymore and wish him another happy birthday? No. You're good? Okay. She's good, Bruce. She's good. All right. Let's talk about the OPP. Yeah, you know me. They seized nearly 100 kilos of cocaine, over $400,000 in significant drug busts. Police say they have dismantled a drug ring in the Toronto area that was allegedly importing cocaine from Colombia and the Caribbean. Ooh. Some of which were hidden in textiles as it was smuggled into the country. Ontario Provincial Police say a 15-month investigation dubbed Project Southam, S-O-U-T-H-A-M, Southam, has led to 22 arrests after a series of raids last week. That's a nice looking home. Wow. The force says it worked with border guards, the RCMP, York Regional Police, and the U.S.'s Drug Enforcement Administration, the DEA, as we see on all those movies, those blue coats with the yellow. On the probe that included the seizure of cocaine coming in on aircraft from the Caribbean. Police say they found nearly 100 kilos of cocaine, 255 kilos of cannabis, nearly $400,000 in cash, and 7 vehicles over the course of their investigation. They say they identified 2 alleged organized crime groups during this probe, one that one that imported, that's a nice house there, right?
Yikes. Ever. Wow.
Oh, that's really pretty. That looks like it's on the lake shore now. Okay, anyways, one imported and trafficked cocaine from Colombia that was hidden in textiles, and another that conspired to import cocaine from the Caribbean. The drug seized in the investigation had an estimated street value of nearly $10 million. What else can we say about this? Police said the 2 groups worked together to import high volumes into Canada. On July 7th, police say they executed 44 search warrants at 25 different locations across the Toronto region. The 22 people they arrested face 139 charges.
Holy.
Is that Bob Marley? Yeah, so they tried to sneak it into Bob Marley textiles. I don't think Bob would be too happy about that.
No.
Over to you.
Okay, well, there was an individual who has been, was found to be unlawfully hunting moose, okay? Yeah. So the Ontario government, of course, is going to, make a point of reminding hunters that they do enforce hunting rules to ensure, particularly around moose, they want to ensure healthy moose populations, and violating these rules and regulations can be quite costly. You do require a valid license and a tag to require or to legally hunt moose in the province of Ontario. So John Shafsma of La Salette has pleaded guilty to unlawfully hunting a moose without a license. He was fined $2,000, suspended from hunting in Ontario for 2 years, also fined $1,500 for discharging a firearm from a vessel, and $500 for possessing wildlife that was unlawfully killed. Okay, so John Shafsma, as well as Robert Ogorick of Southwold and Donald Rowe of St. Thomas, they also pleaded guilty to possession of illegally killed wildlife, and they were each fined $400. Okay, so this is a very serious matter, and it can be quite costly. So make sure that you have a valid license and a tag before hunting moose in Ontario.
That moose was rather large.
They're gigantic.
Did you see the size?
They're gigantic, yeah.
Lots of meat. Have you ever had moose meat?
I love moose meat, actually. Here you go. So when we moved out to Poplardale, my dad would hunt with some other men there might have been some women too, but anyway, one moose could easily feed 4 families, okay, with much moose meat in the freezer. Steaks, they'd grind it, they'd do a lot of different things with it. Roasts.
You're making me hungry.
Moose meat is fantastic.
It is fantastic. Very, very, very delicious. Okay, keeping on the theme of our little furry friends, let's talk about a little black bear where an Elliott Lake man saved a woman not too long ago.
Yes.
It started out about going about his day. No, let's go back. It's Andrea Trudeau who was on her e-bike. She was leaving work. She pulled up to a light and little panda bear came walking all over. Not really. It was a nice big black bear.
Ooh.
Tried to get on her e-bike and at a light. So Trudeau said she decided the best thing to do was turn off her e-bike and wait while the bear crossed the road, thinking it would go in a different direction. But that's when the bear said, no, I think you're pretty. Maybe we wanted to see Goldilocks.
Maybe he just needed a ride.
Maybe he just wanted his e-bike. Maybe he was just giving his paws a break and wanted to go for a cruiser. Look at that little baby bear. How cute is that? So Trudeau said she turned it off. Bear starts walking towards her. Well, Cam Briffett had just finished dropping off some rental boats at Spine Beach when he witnessed Andrea's ordeal. He decided he had to do something to help, which is awesome of him to do, and give a literal bear hug to help her out, to rip her off the bike. So Briffett said it all seemed to happen within seconds. He pulled his truck up to the scene. He says he jumped out and gave it a boo, yelled at the bear, just like that. Boo! Cam Briffett says the black bear sightings aren't particularly unusual. Are not unusual in Elliott Lake to see. However, an encounter up close to a personal one was a little concerning.
Wow.
I wonder if he found out if a bear actually did poop in the woods. You never know, right? Anyways, he scared the bear away. She turned on her e-bike and skedaddled the scene. And that's that. Way to go.
Yeah. Wow.
He's also owner-operator of a business in Elliott Lake. I'm just trying to find out the name of his business. But yeah, congratulations. Thank you for helping out, Andrea.
Yeah, really.
What about renaming the carp? You want to? Oh no, you got social media, don't you?
Yeah, well, just 3 more people have popped up on social media. Nancy Louise Norman says good morning with a little wink.
Oh, I like that. Look, you're good at that.
Good morning, Nancy. Nancy, actually, we have featured some of her artwork. Nancy Norman is a very gifted artist, so you should go to her page. I don't remember the name. Through My Eyes, In My Eyes, something like that. Anyway, yeah,
what's
beautiful.
Her name again? Sorry?
Nancy Louise Norman.
Oh, there you go, everybody. Follow
yes.
that advice.
So Giselle Tchaikovsky says happy birthday to Bruce and to your aunt Heidi. Thank you on behalf of my aunt Giselle. That's very kind. Marilyn Trumbull says good morning, everyone. She's got the sun with a face, a regular sun, the sun coming up between two great huge tracts of land, and the temperature rising along with 2 roses. So
I got the right temperature.
good morning to you, Marilyn.
All right.
Yay,
Well, what else
yay.
we got? Any more facts left?
No, I don't have that anything. We'll talk briefly about Linda O'Leary.
Yeah, what's going on with that boat issue?
Well, okay,
it's a
so the
big
trial
boat
did
issue.
resume on Tuesday.
Yeah.
And so now they're interviewing witnesses. Some very interesting witness statements the other day. So I'm just going to talk to you and say that in the immediate aftermath of a fatal boat crash 2 years ago, 2 people told an Ontario court on Tuesday that they didn't see Linda O'Leary drink any alcohol or receive a drink from anyone after returning to shore. So I'm not sure what bearing that would have. But anyway, in a separate testimony, both described rushing to greet the O'Leary boat as it returned following the collision and bringing towels to help one of the passengers who had a bleeding gash on her head. Yeah.
But it was reported that she was having a drink by the other people in the boat. Like, it's funny how people see things and then all of a sudden they've unseen them.
Well, I think part of that, though, is a problem in the legal system that has people trying to reach back to small details that took place 2 years ago.
Yeah. Okay.
2 years ago.
All right. I'm never wearing this outfit again. I feel like Laura Ingalls. Okay, thank you for joining us. Have a great weekend. Go to Ribfest. Support Rotary Club. Thank you very much. Have a great weekend, everybody.